Most people think they struggle with discipline, but the real problem is they're making decisions too often. Every morning becomes a negotiation. Things like, should I work out? Should I create content? Should I focus today? And that's exhausting. What changed everything for me was this. I stopped relying on motivation and I built structure instead. In this video, I'm sharing the weekly system I use to stay consistent as a working woman, balancing church leadership, family responsibilities, and faith. One of the biggest lessons I've learned over the years is this. Discipline becomes easier when your life is structured in advance. You see, I don't wake up every morning trying to decide what matters most. I decide that before the week even begins. That simple shift removes pressure, it removes confusion, and removes emotional decision making. And honestly, that's where consistency begins. My weekly system is very simple. I focus on 3 things, not complicated systems, just intentional structure. Number 1, every week, usually on Saturday, I sit down and review the week ahead. Not just a to-do list. I identify my real commitments, things like work responsibilities, church leadership commitments, content creation, family priorities, and personal development. Because here's the truth. If you don't decide your week will decide for you. One of my guiding principles is this. The plans of the diligent lead surely to abundance. This is Proverbs 21, verse 5. Planning is not just productivity, it's stewardship. And when your week is pre-decided, your emotions don't run on it. The second part of my system is time blocking. Because if something isn't scheduled, it quietly competes with everything else. In my week, certain things are non-negotiable anchors. Prayer and spiritual reflection, work blocks, content creation time, family time, intentional rest. Each of these has space in my calendar. Not someday, not when I have time, but when it actually happens. You see, structure protects what matters most. Now, here's a habit that makes a huge difference. My evening rest routine. And this is the third one. Before the day ends, I take a few minutes to prepare for tomorrow. Simple things like preparing my clothes for work, reviewing the next day's priorities, clearing small tasks, mentally closing the day. You see, it may seem small, but that habit removes morning chaos. It protects focus, and it helps me start the day with clarity instead of stress. There's a principle I love from scripture. Let all things be done decently and in order. 1 Corinthians 14, verse 40. Because order brings peace. But let me quickly say this. Structure doesn't make life perfect. Because unexpected things still happen, schedules shift, responsibilities change. But structure does something powerful. It makes life manageable. And when life becomes manageable, discipline becomes sustainable. So if you're feeling overwhelmed right now, don't try to restructure your entire life overnight. Start small. Structure one day this week. Decide in advance what matters, what needs your focus, what deserves your time, then protect it. Consistency is built through intentional decisions repeated over time, the snowball effect. If you're building a life of discipline, faith, and professional growth, this channel is here to support that journey. Subscribe to Win with Linda for more practical strategies on consistency, leadership, and purpose-driven success. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What part of your week needs more structure right now? Let's grow together. Win with Linda. Stay blessed.